Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Dave. It's 2023. So I had a little bit of a busy day today. I'm still being hit. I'm still being targeted. Um, they have been the last couple days have been torturing my teeth again. Okay, now I'm not gonna put up with that, you guys. I'm not gonna put up with that. I will go to the hospital again. I will go there again. That is so painful when they torture your teeth. I don't know why they target me like this. They target my bottom, heartburn, in my teeth, in my feet, and stuff like that, where you can't take it. I don't care what anybody says. When they target that and they hit your teeth, you can't take it. It's like the worst toothache in the world. So my phone is plugged in and the charger is not the best. The cord is not the best. It's an old phone. I just use it for the internet around the house. It's not my regular phone. So that's what that noise is. It every time I move it, it's hooked up to the computer right now. So every time I move it, it makes that noise. I'm sorry for that, you guys. But so they've been hitting my teeth. Now they stopped. I I ate something earlier today and they were hitting my tooth super hard. Not super hard like they did before, where I almost did call for help. That was a few years ago. But they were hitting it. I'm like, it's like, I mean, I'll call 911 right now. I will call 911 right now and I will go to the hospital if you keep doing this. And the thing is, they don't care. They don't care. You know, they don't want me to call 911, you guys, because then they have to come and help me. They don't want that. They want a relative to drive me down there and have us wait out there, and they want us to give up. They want me to give up and go back home. That's what they want, so they can continue to torture me. Once you get help, you guys, they have to stop. They have to stop when you get help. You know, that's just the way it works in these programs. Maybe not Brian 2. Brian 2 has called 911 several times and they don't stop for him, and stuff. So, it's for most of us, I think if we go call for help, for being hurt super bad, I was told by a police officer, if you have any problems, call 911 and we'll come and talk to you. We'll come to your house and talk to you, or we'll take you to the hospital. And I was told that by a police officer, because I was being hit super hard in the head with microwaves. So it was so painful because I was shielding the night before. So whoever came on in the morning is like, well, I'm going to nail him. I'm going to nail him to hell. And I got hit with microwaves to the head. I called 911 and I talked to a police officer. They were super accommodating. I mean, they're like, do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want a police officer to come to your house and talk to you? Do you want a police officer to call and talk to you? And stuff like that. So, that's the way it works in my program. They're trying to put a stop to that right now. They're trying to put a stop to that. They tried to stop me from going to the hospital last time. The ambulance took a really long time to get here. The fire truck was here right away. And and they were like, is there anybody else can take you to the hospital? I'm like, well, there's my sister, I think. And then the ambulance showed up and they're like, well, can your sister take you? I mean I'm in the ambulance and they're like, do you want your sister to take you? And then the guy said, well, if it's cardiac, we better take you. So they did take me. $2,500 later, they did take me to the hospital. So they're trying to put a stop to that. They don't want me to get care. They don't want you to get care. That's why these guys that don't go to the hospital, don't go to the doctor and complain about the symptoms at least. You can get this to stop. They'll hit you in other ways, but, like this time they didn't stop. They're still hitting me. So they've been torturing my teeth for 2 days. They finally stopped now because they realize I'm going to go to the hospital. I'll go. I have no problem. This guy thinks I'm afraid to call for help. I'm not afraid to call for help. I got good insurance. I have good insurance. They'll cover almost 100%. So let's go to the hospital. I have no problem going there 20 times in a row. I have no problem. So, because I know if he keeps on sending me to the hospital, somebody will step in. I know that for a fact. If he keeps on sending me to the hospital, which he will, I wouldn't doubt it if I go again this year. If I wouldn't go again this year, I wouldn't doubt that. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he sends me there again this year, because this guy doesn't stop, and they got a bunch of money from somewhere, and they're not stopping. They're not taking any breaks. So it's going to be a horrible summer. I got a feeling, unless these groups come up here and lay it on them, But so that's what's going on with me as far as that goes. But it was a busy day. I had to take Tanner in for his nails, which I'm not too happy about. I got home, and the girls did it. The techs did it at the vets. I got home and started seeing blood drops. Blood drops. One of the dogs are bleeding. Seeing blood drops. Well, on his back foot, they cut his nail too short. So he was bleeding, and they didn't tell me about it. And they didn't put that quick stop stuff on there to make the nail stop bleeding, So I'm kind of disappointed. This guy's like the best vet, but he goes through girls goes through staff a lot, big turnover rate at this vet's office and stuff. And so we got home, and Tanner's bleeding, so we got to put that stuff on him. His fur's all full of blood, and there's blood all over the floor and everything else. And they did not tell me. They could have told me that they went a little short, and stuff, and they didn't say anything. Got home and he's bleeding, at one of his toes. Or one of his nails are bleeding. They went too short. So I'm not too happy about that. Other than that, okay, so Tanner he's kind of timid. I think the groomer that we went to abused him. I think we're never going there again, by the way, but she's been known to hit dogs. We know staff that quit because she was hitting dogs. I think she hit Tanner. He's timid. He acts like he's been abused, and I spoil him to death. We go to PetSmart, and I'm buying him all kinds of toys, and we'll stop at Dairy Queen to get a pup cup, and and all this stuff. He's just afraid, and he's afraid to ride in vehicles. So I took my relative's truck, which is a 4-door truck, Silverado. So he didn't want to leave it. He didn't want to leave with me at first. So I'm like, come on, Tanner, let's go get your nails cut and all this stuff. We had to go over to Superior, Wisconsin to get the nails done. So, and this doesn't have to do with targeting, but it's just kind of funny because he's 75 pounds. So, and it's kind of funny to watch me, I suppose. So we get outside, and he's 75 pound. He's a 75 pound collie, and he won't get in the truck. So I have to pick this 75 pound dog up, and put him in the truck. And there's some guy out there waiting for the bus. He's sitting there watching me, and people are outside watching me and all this stuff because I have to. He won't even go close to the truck, so he's kind of far away. And I have to pick this 75 pound dog up and put him in the truck. Now, usually when we get out of the vet, he's excited to get out of there. He wants to get out of there. He'll hop right in the truck and go home. Not today. He makes me work. You guys. We went to the vet. he gets a little skittish around a lot of cars and stuff like that, you guys. I mean, there's a chance he could bolt and run, and get hit by a car and stuff. I could lose him forever. So we got to be really, really careful with him. That's how skittish he gets sometimes. I don't know why he's like that. He acts like somebody abused him, and it wasn't me. And stuff. So we're walking to the vet, got in there, and the girls got him right in. And then they cut his nail too short. They didn't tell me at all. They didn't say anything to me. So there's this cute girl, probably in her 30s, younger than me, of course, but she was cute. She had an Australian Shepherd, and the dog came over to me, wanted to hop on my lap and all this stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry he's doing that," and I'm like, "I don't care, I'm just petting the dog and all this stuff." Tanner was in the back, and stuff. So Tanner gets out, and I paid, and we're getting ready to leave. And Tanner didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave. He's sitting there, like, pulling back, like, "Dad, I don't want to leave." So I'm like, great, what am I going to do? He's 75 pounds. I can't carry him to the truck. So then I walk back in. I'm like, because I had a long leash. I walk back in by him. I'm like, "Tanner, come on, let's go home. Let's go home. You can go, And then he finally laughed. But he wouldn't get in the truck. And we're kind of on a busy street there, There's big semis. Quick Trip is right by there with their semis and stuff. And so I had to pick him up. People are watching. They're sitting there looking at me because I'm picking up this big collie that's 75 pounds, and I have to put him in the truck, So people are sitting there like, what the heck is going on? So he makes me work, you guys. I love him to death. But boy, he makes me work sometimes. And today was a little bit of a workout. And then I was going to take him to Dairy Queen afterwards. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. I was going to get him a pup cup to bring home, and so he could have a little treat, because he was a good boy. He acted like a big boy. He's going to be 4 this year. He's only 3 years old. He's going to be 4 this year. So that doesn't really have to do with targeting, but like we talk about this program, everything has to be controlled in this program. Okay, now people have to validate. They do get the workers involved, and they did get the workers involved. Now, this cute girl was sitting kind of on the side of me, and she let her pup come over, and the pup he wanted to hop on my lap. He just loved me, and all this stuff. And, was she a perp? She was cute, good looking, she was full of tattoos, good looking and all stuff. And, and I don't know if she was a perp or not. They do get them involved. I mean, they'll have girls squatting down, showing their boobs off. I mean, right in the vet's office. That's what they do for reactions and responses out of you, and stuff. So that's what they do. But usually the workers are involved. They usually bang around. They'll put a thought in my head. They'll bang around. Put a thought in my head. They'll bang around. And that's what they do every time we go to the vet's office. So, they are involved. So that's what it has to do with targeting. Everywhere I go, they're involved. If I go to the doctor's office, they're involved. They'll have the receptionist show off their butt, and all this stuff. And I don't think they want to do that. Some of them don't want to do that at all. Some of them don't want to perp me, and they usually quit within a couple months and go find another job because they don't want to do that. And, these people do have a conscience. They're not psychopaths like these guys. So anyway, that's my quick video for tonight. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off, you guys. So it's been a busy day. Tomorrow, Max goes in for a bath. Another busy day. And we're getting a snowstorm. So we're going to learn our lesson this time. I'm driving my relative to work. I'm going to have her truck in the morning. And we're going to learn our lesson this time. We're not going to go in that parking lot and get stuck again. So I don't want to get stuck and stuff. So we're going to learn our lesson this time. Even if you have 4-wheel drive, you guys, you're not unstoppable. I have had 4-wheel drives with lift. I had a 1970 Chevy pickup with a lift kit in it, with a 6-inch lift and 33-inch tires. That can get you out of deep snow. I I also had a 1980 Silverado with 31s on it that I could go through pretty deep snow with that. But some of these new vehicles, even if they're 4-wheel drive, they don't have aggressive tires on them and stuff. You can get stuck even if you have 4-wheel drive. So I don't trust her truck right now since I got stuck like that last time. Some of these new trucks are not like the old trucks. The old trucks, you could gun them and clean out the tires and go through the snow. These old trucks, you press on the gas and you can't gun it like an old truck, because it's fuel injected and everything else. So we're going to learn our lesson. It's coming down right now, though, you guys. It's coming down. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I hope you guys do well, and thanks for the comments and all that stuff, and I'll talk to you guys later.